right, y'all. Welcome back to A Whole Lot of Love. It's your girl, Jess.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's your name?
Yeah, I know me.
I'm
man.
crying,
Yeah, I
man.
know
Ooh,
me.
is
man.
it Streeters? Is it Streets? Is it Thornell? Like, what are you today?
Yeah.
It's giving Streets in that little fit you got going on today.
Shout out, I'm living B.
Yeah. Yep. Connected Club over here. Y'all know the vibes.
And
But
renewed
yeah.
faith. Renewed faith.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of inquiries about this joint. Renewed faith.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Facts. All right, y'all. So episode 4, we about to get into a topic that's probably a little controversial, I would say, in relationships. But let's talk about exes. Can we talk about exes? Like, how does that make anyone feel when you bring up your exes? How does that make you feel when we talk about exes?
I don't got no exes.
You got exes, bro.
I don't got no exes.
We talk about them, and well, he talk about them more than me. You be having some wild stories with your exes.
They don't really be exes.
Well,
I be having some wild stories.
You be having some wild stories with like people you dealt with before, but yeah.
And you just don't share a lot.
Because you don't never ask. I be wanting to know. I be like, so tell me what y'all was doing, how y'all was doing. No, I'm just playing. But no, I be wanting to know. You don't never ask though. Like, why would I just bring it up? That's like not nothing to bring up. This is why we need to talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so I'm upgrading. I got my little cue cards today. So yeah, why do people bring it up? Like, you think it's just to share past experiences, or just put things in perspective to why they act the way they act now, or like use it as lessons and try to like move forward in a new relationship? Like, why do you think exes should come up in your new relationship?
It could come up for a million different reasons, and it do come up for a million different reasons. I mean, I think it kind of depends on the circumstances, the specific conversation. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to compare relationships. I don't know. I don't feel like that's necessarily a great idea.
Yeah.
Because don't nobody want to be compared to the last or,
Right.
Whatever. But
Right.
It happens.
So when do you think it's appropriate to like bring up exes? Like,
I mean, maybe trying to get to the root of why somebody do something the way they do it, or why they think certain shit is.
or just for the laugh and giggles?
And I mean,
That's what it be. When we talk about it, it be for the laughs and the giggles, cause shit be funny. Like,
I mean, yeah.
that's what she was doing.
So like, I feel like, you in a relationship with somebody that shit just don't be needing to be hitting.
Right.
So like, if a motherfucker want to know, then talk about it.
So like, do you think people should have that conversation like when they get in a relationship, or like before the relationship? Do you think like?
But what part specifically though? Because like, you could talk about
Do
all
you
types
still
of shit.
like have any connections with your ex? Is you over your ex? Is there any baggage? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because if you going, that
Or
route,
like what you and your ex used to do type stuff, like, whoa, this what you used to? Like, I don't know, stuff like that.
See, that just went.
That was
way
left? Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
like,
let's go back.
Okay. So like, when it come to like connection, and because some people be trying to be on some, I'm still cool, my ex shit, shit like that. Like,
We're going to get to that because that's another topic, but go ahead.
in instances like that, that's probably something that should be brought up, like,
In the beginning.
yeah.
Like we cool, but
let's
it's
see,
not nothing.
But what's cool though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We cool.
you gotta let shit be known, like what it really is, because motherfuckers like to play that we cool shit, and then
Right.
next thing you know, y'all be cool in the bed together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm crying, not cool in the bed. So
real.
when do you think it's not appropriate to like bring up your exes?
like I said, like comparing relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a big no. I mean, nobody ever wants.
That's
to
probably
be,
the biggest one, like comparing.
Yeah, like nobody ever wants to be compared to the last person, or any person for that matter. But like, I think it hit a little different when you talking about, my last joint. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, go back to that last joint, motherfucker. Okay, now I feel that. So like,
Don't keep asking questions and not giving your thoughts on it though. Like, ask them shits and tell me how you feel about
Well,
it.
ask me. That's the thing. See, you still not asking me.
You got the questions in front of you.
Because I'm interviewing
when you. Ask
you.
it, I want to hear your point of view with it too.
That's why you asked the question. What do you think? Look at us arguing. We just had this conversation last week.
Because you just going rapidly to the next joint. Like, I want to know how you feel about it too, though. I
literally just chimed in and I said that's literally the biggest thing is the whole comparison thing. I think that's when it's not appropriate to like talk about your ex. It's really nothing else that will make it like not appropriate.
So when do you think it is appropriate?
I would say probably like the conversations we be having, maybe who we dealt with. I think that's how the conversations usually start. Like, oh, who did you used to talk to, or who was, whatever. It would be appropriate if y'all still cool and you gonna bring it up and let them know, like, we still cordial. I don't know if people probably do be cool with their exes, like cool, but I'm thinking more so on a cordial level, like, we still speak, it's not no bad blood, like, stuff like that. Now, texting and doing all that other stuff, that might be a bit much. But to each his own, everybody got their own rules and boundaries and stuff in their relationship. So I think times like that, it would be appropriate. Also, in a situation where y'all co-parent, is she or he gonna have to be brought up anyway. So I guess that would be an appropriate time to bring up an ex. Just keep it about the parenting though. Like all the extra, just don't be, yeah.
Like what extra?
Like going back to comparing and stuff like that. Like leave that separate. Do that answer your questions?
I'm just saying.
Did I give enough insight?
Look, they here for us, so you can't just
talk back, ask back.
All
right. Now that we got the rules established to the game. Moving on. Red flags when talking about an ex. What do you think?
I feel like everything gonna go back to comparing. Like that's gonna be number one.
Comparing.
Yeah, like.
What about bringing them up too much? Like
why you keep talking about this?
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that. That kind of like
you bring them up a lot. Like you still like that one?
Yeah.
You still like that motherfucker?
You ain't over this motherfucker. Like, why you keep talking about this motherfucker?
Yeah.
I feel that. Or even like, see, like, it's kind of tough, like, cause everybody's situations be different and shit, and neither of us really go through each other's phones, but neither of us like be hiding our phones and shit. So like, what if you just so happen to like. Y'all be chilling one day and then you see a motherfucking ex name pop up on a text thread type shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck y'all got going on?
Yeah, that's the question you need to ask. It don't jump to conclusions.
But that wouldn't like be a red flag though, cause like.
It would be. It'd be like, oh, like y'all still was, like what's what? But don't get crazy.
That I'm not
off
saying
the rip,
like.
Because I just feel like you would just get like.
Nah, I would be like really curious for sure. I want
for lack of better terms.
I wouldn't wig out. Like I'm definitely gonna ask. Like I don't know. I be trying to like let shit play out on its own type shit. But like,
do you think like keeping tabs?
What do you mean?
Like if a person keep tabs on their ex, like. Follow them on social media, keeping up with shit they got going on. Like, what do you think about that?
So, like, I think it's a gray area in that because, like, just because you follow them on social media don't necessarily mean you keeping tabs on them.
What about if they on their page, and they likes all the time? Like,
I mean, that's
still not
like
for you. It's not gonna be like
you on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not assuming that you necessarily on their page just because you in their likes. Now, I mean, that motherfucker just might be in your timeline all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way that I would look at it. But, like, I don't know. Like maybe if y'all just so happen to be near each other and you just so happen to get a glance at their phone and they on social media and that motherfucker in the search bar.
I'm crying.
You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, why you looking them up?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's one thing for, like, to be going and checking for a motherfucker,
yeah,
that's kind of different than they just being there. So
I get that. I feel that.
What you think?
I mean, I probably would feel the same if I like seen it in the search bar, like, oh, why you on their page? Like, what's on there that you need to see?
What you was looking for?
Yeah, but that's like, see, I think I'm just real rational. Like, I would probably just ask and not just be.
I probably wouldn't say nothing.
That's toxic.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily because I'm not jumping to conclusions.
So when you won't say something?
If I feel like it becomes a problem, like if like.
So not when it bothered you, because it bothered you when you seen it.
Not necessarily. I had a like. It triggered something, but it didn't necessarily bother me to the point where I felt like I needed to say something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So on the second time you see it, now you gotta say something.
But see, it depends on when the second time was. Because if it's like a day later and it's still there, like, niggas don't just disappear out the search bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, if it's later on down the line and I see this shit again, now I know you really checking this motherfucker page. Like,
right.
What the fuck you looking for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think people that refuse to, like, talk about their exes or not really comfortable talking about their exes, is that a red flag for you, or, like, what you think?
I wouldn't say that it's a red flag, but it's like, what you hiding?
Right.
And I don't even know if that's, the appropriate way to look at it necessarily. But
they could be hiding something for a good reason, or hiding something because they doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Well, not even just that though, but like, maybe you don't want to talk about it because you was the problem in a relationship. Maybe you don't want to talk about it because, a bunch of shit. But like, it's something about it that you don't want to share.
Right.
So you're not, you know what I'm saying? You don't bring it up. I get the whole trying to hide some shit. Maybe you trying to do some shit you ain't got no business or whatever like that. But like, sometimes when you're the bad person in a situation, you kind of try to leave that shit there so that it don't boil over into your new situation.
Yeah.
So like, instead of you getting a bad vibe from me because I'm telling you about the bad shit I did in this relationship, let's just not talk about it type shit.
All.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm at least pretending to be a better person or trying to be a better person or a different person at least.
Yeah.
So that you don't know about what I used to be.
Right.
But I mean, that can be.
I feel like that later on will cause issues.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it comes out, yeah. Because
not even if it comes out, just in like your actions, because now you're not even letting me see like who you were, what you were, how you were.
And that gets kind of tricky.
And I'm not saying like people can't change.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
Like,
it gets tricky because if you did, like, if you are really striving to be different, right? Does it really like matter to bring up what you used to be?
When you say it like that, no. But I just feel like people's true colors are what they are, and then you trying to mask them or trying to like maybe outgrow them.
So my only thing is like, right? I say this a lot. A person can only pretend for so long. So if their intention is not real, it's gonna come out eventually, right? But like if you're actually putting effort and trying to be different, because I was different.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's tough because you sometimes you just can't tell a motherfucker true intention. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Over time, it's gonna show, but who's to say how long that's gonna fucking take, right? So like, it's kind of tough.
That's why these conversations is crucial in the beginning. I'm trying to tell you, man. All right, so do you think you can be friends with an ex? Like, is it okay for our relationship? I'll speak on our relationship right now. For us to be friends with exes.
What's a friend though?
Like, can y'all be friends?
Can y'all be cordial and speak, or can y'all be?
Just break it down.
No,
break down different friends. No, for real. Break down different friends. Like, what kind of friends you would allow? Like, what would you like the relationship to be if I had an ex that I wanted to be friends with? Like, what would that look like?
I wouldn't mind you like speaking to a motherfucker like. I
just feel like you lying.
Why you be saying that?
I don't know.
You really be saying that though. Like, why do you think that?
Cause I just don't think. I don't know. It give you be trying to like be cool, calm, and collect, but I just feel like in the inside it would just be like, nah, hell nah.
But why though?
I don't know. It just give.
So like my thing is, I gotta maybe it's like a man complex or some shit. Like I know like most times niggas not just trying to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of whatever the relationship is, like niggas always drag it and try to do some extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
If it's some, know what I mean, we cordial, we speak, know what I mean, like we can have conversation, cool. But as far as an ex go, I feel like niggas gonna always try to test their limits.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like I know she still love me type shit. Let me see where I can get. Can I get to the next
And I think
base?
I think females do the same thing.
I won't put it past them.
The hey big head shit.
You said, oh. I had to, I feel that. But like that's why I'm asking, like, you know, what type of friends we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know if
like we cordial, we speak, we may converse on social media, like it'll be like a post and they say something, I'm responding type stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not
stuff like that.
I'm not gonna look deep into shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole like texting each other, calling each other, like that's a bit much. That's
too much
me,
for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like because what y'all got to talk about?
Right.
I just
some people be cousins after they exes, brother, sister, auntie, uncle.
and still fucking too.
No, not all the time.
Not all the time, no.
You just look at
not
that
all the time.
like
but
that nigga like, that's my brother now. Like that don't even got. It's the homie.
You
don't know about that.
I don't know, man. What you think?
I'm crying. I feel like same thing. Cordial is cool. You know, speaking. People tend to give hugs when they see people, stuff like that. That stuff don't really bother me. Everybody think they your sister and stuff like that. So I got used to it over the years. Like, y'all all think y'all related to him. It's cool, whatever. Y'all know, y'all can be related to him or whatever.
So
that
like,
stuff
I
don't
ain't
bother
gonna lie,
me.
I just be like when we be out somewhere and I run into a joint that I had dealings with. It'd be kind of weird for me though because like I don't be wanting to make you feel awkward or no shit like that. Like oftentimes I literally just tell you like.
I think that's one of the reasons why we be having them conversations too. Like I think that's one of the reasons why I be asking because females these days be thinking they got one up on you or be trying to act like they got one up on you or whatever.
See,
so I be wanting to know who in my face. Like don't have her in my face and she was doing X, Y, and Z with you.
See, and that's like why I always make sure I try to tell you because like it don't even be that I be having them in your face. Sometimes, nah, I mean, y'all fuck around and get connected on your own on some whole other shit. Yeah. And now I'm looking like...
Well, no, not even that. Like, not even if we end up, like, not... I won't use the word friends because that's
no,
like
I'm not
a loose
saying
term
like, I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying like connected somehow. Know what I mean? Like y'all, like to the point where when y'all see each other, y'all speak to each other type shit.
I'm not, okay, that too, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I don't be knowing certain people and they come up and speak to you in the club and stuff like that. Sometimes they be your sisters. Sometimes they might be somebody you dealt with in the past, but y'all just still cool type shit. Like, that's why I want to know.
I'm saying like when we be somewhere, if I see a joint that I had dealings with, just speaking to you.
Okay.
Like, we ain't even spoke to each other yet. You know what I'm saying? But they speaking to you all buddy. In my head, I be thinking bitches just be on some funny shit.
They being funny,
you know
right? Yeah.
Like, but that's why I just be letting it be known, like.
Half of y'all. Jesus Christ.
Yo, stop.
Like, enough be enough. Enough be enough, okay?
I don't see, and that's the thing. Like, I really don't like. Truly and honestly, I don't feel like nobody be trying to be on no funny shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You a cool motherfucker. You got a cool vibe and shit. So I think motherfuckers just be trying to, you know what I mean? And shit, motherfuckers is so far in the past. Like, we like bro sis now. Like,
it's okay when y'all bro sis. You see what I'm saying? You was looking at me crazy, and I was like, you know, we could be brother, sister, cousin. Now you talking about, I don't know about that.
Nah, but like, I'm like,
pick a side.
Shit.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Yo,
me too. That's my cousin.
Yo, stop.
Me too.
Nah, but like, I feel like motherfuckers know me enough to know, like, not to try to cross no lines, because I'm gonna have to violate you. Like,
I'm crying.
I'm gonna have to, like, especially like, yo, bro, why would you know damn well ain't nothing, and you gonna try to disrespect, especially in front of you? Like, I'm gonna have to violate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to violate.
As you should.
And I'm not even that person no more.
I was about to say no. I'm glad you said no more. I was about to say you're not that person.
Like, don't make me.
Yeah.
Like, cause we all cool.
You just keep the vibes in the club. We all fam.
Yeah.
I'm screaming. Don't do no funny shit, cause we cool. We cool. What do you feel like in situations where it's a problem when your partner is like cool with their ex or exes?
I don't know. I never really dealt with it. Like,
I feel like if your partner is like start to be uncomfortable with the relationship, that's when it becomes like a problem.
See, my thing is, if the relationship is platonic, it's no bullshit. You know what I'm saying, and your partner already know about the friendship. That's one thing. If this is a friendship that you trying to hide because you don't want your partner to know,
right?
Now shit start getting fuzzy, because why you hiding it?
Yeah.
Now, even if you don't got shit going on, you suspect.
It got you feeling like you do. Yeah.
Like, why you felt like you needed to hide that from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I did have a situation before where and that's why I kind of like, it could go both ways, but like, for men, that shit be hitting a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be outside thinking they cool associates with niggas, and whole time he backdooring you, trying to smack your joint, like, or had past dealings and thinking that, you know what I mean? Like, how you say it? Like, she thinking she got one up on you type shit. I was dealing with a motherfucker, and I ain't even gonna go into that because it's too, like, if I talk about it, like, it's gonna.
That's okay. As long as you don't say the name, that's okay.
It's too, like, it's too specific. Like, it'll be known. But long story short, they had dealings in the past, and I was out somewhere, and he told me, like, he was texting her in that moment type shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, me not knowing that they even knew each other type shit. Then he get to telling me he done her, took her virginity, all type of shit. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Crazy shit. But, like, that's the weird shit. Like,
right.
Now, I mean, it'd be one thing if you told me, like, oh, we talked back then, we still cool now, but it ain't. Nah, I mean, but when a nigga come and present it to you like that, like, it's like, what y'all got going on? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit get sticky real fast.
What kind of boundaries do you think should be set if you gonna be cool with your ex?
Keep it cool. Just keep it cool, man.
So, like, no, you wouldn't want no texting, no DMing, stuff like that. The phone calls, like talking, stuff like that. Just keep it real surface level. That's the main boundary for you. Don't do no extra shit.
Cause like,
What about inviting them to stuff? So like me having cookouts and stuff like that. If I was to invite exes that I was cool with, how would that make you feel? That's too much. Like, is that too much? Cause we cool, but I mean, it's not nothing. Like y'all could be around each other if it don't make you feel uncomfortable. Like, cause it's really not nothing. So
I think shit like that kind of depend on.
what if they got a girlfriend now and I invite both of them?
I think shit like that kind of depend on the extent of what y'all relationship was.
Why?
It just be like,
A relationship is a relationship. If we was in a relationship before, it don't matter. Like, it's a relationship. So I don't know if the extent will have anything to do with it. I just feel like it is the comfortability part. Are you comfortable with that or no? That's too much for you.
I don't know. I never really been put in that space before. I don't know.
I don't think you ever been around any of mine.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that. We have to give them an update later on.
I don't know if I'm mature enough to just.
Okay, so that goes back to what I said about how I would think when I be saying I think your reactions would be different than what you said.
That's different though.
Oh my God.
This particular
okay example is
different than the other shit. Yeah.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
It's way different. Like, it's way different than us being out somewhere and you speaking to a nigga you used to fuck with. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not gonna trip off of that. Like, I've seen you do it. Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
I need some details. What they look like.
We'll talk about it later.
What their names is.
But opposed to like you actually inviting niggas to shit, like you probably did that and I didn't know.
No, I was actually sitting here trying to think. None of my exes ever been to anything that we've had together.
None of your exes. I'm talking about like just Dylan's. Yeah.
No. I don't know if you can say the same.
Okay.
Y'all see what I mean?
In the club, we all fans.
Nah, fuck that club shit.
You just said it don't bother you.
It don't.
This sounds like it bothers you.
It don't. It's for the dramatics.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it don't really bother me at all. Okay, well, let's talk about what is one of your wildest experiences, like with your ex?
I don't got
ex.
I don't got no exes, man.
You keep saying that.
I don't got no exes.
You got exes. You got at least 2.
A wild experience? Like what?
Anything you would consider, like, what's wild? Or what was like a ex that just taught you like a major lesson moving forward? Nothing. You didn't learn shit from none of your relationships. That was dumb.
All my relationships taught me how to approach a relationship different. Like, I didn't really like, I try not to place blame on other motherfuckers and just kind of like look at the situation as for like what I did wrong in the situation. Mm-hmm. I was
How nice of you.
out here
so
really
good.
wilding.
Yeah.
But like, I just in every relationship was trying to find ways to mature my own self and approach the relationship different. Like, do this different than how I used to do this. Mm-hmm. I never like. All right, so like, I had a girlfriend and going into my freshman year of high school.
Oh, you had a girlfriend. That's an ex.
Nah, she don't count. She don't fucking count.
I'm crying. I hope she see this and roast your ass.
I hope she see it too, because I really hope like she fat as hell with like 10 kids.
Oh my God.
Struggling. So
he was gonna be the baby daddy.
I was gonna be the baby daddy? Nah. You know how like your first love, like I thought I was in love and shit.
Yeah.
And it's my freshman year of high school. School just started and shit. And it was this girl that was a sophomore. Like we just used to speak to each other. Like it wasn't nothing. It was just friendly conversation.
Right.
And somebody told her, she had a friend that went to my school, told her like I was flirting or like cheating or some shit like this. This motherfucker all the way in Atlanta, like visiting a grandma or some shit, and breaks up with me through text.
I'm crying. You was devastated?
What? I'm like, this bitch couldn't even wait till she got home. Like,
You
I
was
was
heartbroken?
pissed. I ain't gonna lie.
It was over for bitches after that. They say that. They say, like, guys have one heartbreak and then it's just done after that. Why?
Downhill after that.
Why? I feel like that's not... I feel like y'all do that because y'all don't be emotionally tapped in for real to yourselves. Like, y'all want to have this big armor shield on that y'all just... Like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to...
It take a lot to love somebody.
It do. Women do it all the time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's life. You don't just fucking quit because your heart got broken.
That shit.
You just deal with it the next time differently. Like, that's where the lessons come in at. Like, this is what I'm not going for next time.
And
this is not.
Still be going for the same shit.
They do. It take a couple times to learn. You know, when you learn how to ride a bike, you fall a couple times till you get back up and ride that motherfucker right without the training wheels.
I claimed a couple joints for a little bit after that, but like, I was my daddy's son.
I'm crying. Mr. Thornell Hogue Sr.
Yeah. Nah, I don't got a lot of exes, so I don't really have a lot of stories.
Okay, so for lack of better terms, we don't gotta say exes. We could say people that you dealt with. You probably dealt with
Some
people
wild
for
shit. The wildest shit probably ever happened to me. Like a motherfucker like busting tires or some shit.
Never had them issues.
That's not no issues you want, man. That shit had me stink. So it happened twice. Same girl. We weren't together.
You was always saying they wasn't together.
Nah, yeah.
Like how the baby was saying about that girl, Danny Lee. Like they was
They
never
probably
together.
wasn't.
They was together. She said they was together.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well, this girl knows. She knows.
She knew. Okay.
Yeah. I forgot what even led to the shit, but and it's so crazy because of her, like for the longest time I only wanted to kick it with girls that was like in a relationship.
The thrill?
No. Simply because they had something to lose. So like it was like it got to a point where like single girls was just wilding, like wanted it to be known that they was fucking with me and shit.
Right.
Like I don't like messy shit. I hate drama. I hate drama. So like motherfuckers trying to argue and fight and all this other bullshit.
I used to want you to come with drama at one point.
You wanted me to come with drama? For what?
I don't know.
I'm so fired.
This nigga too cool. Like he don't got like I want somebody to come to me as a woman. I don't want them to come to me as a woman, but I want them to come to me as a woman. Cause what?
No, I told her, y'all, like when I asked her to make it official, I told her like, yo, give me a grace period because I was literally just in bitches' inboxes earlier today.
That's a mess.
Yesterday and every day.
That's shit that niggas do every day.
What?
Cause why would you fuck her yesterday and then ask me to be your girlfriend today? You don't know what you want.
Niggas wake up with different feelings every day.
No, you don't know what you want. About to piss me off.
Anyway, so this particular girl, the first time it happened, I don't even think we was like on talking terms. Like we wasn't speaking to each other and shit. And I went out, and she was there with her friends, and like I'm partying. Yeah. We're not even talking to each other. Like when we seen each other, we didn't acknowledge each other, no nothing. Like I don't even remember, like we wasn't damn near beefing, like, but it was just like you know how like you get in a rough patch with a motherfucker you dealing with, and then y'all just not speaking to each other type shit. So like, I'm partying, I'm lit, I'm saucy. I get to dancing with a girl. She get to like snatching me off of her and shit. I'm like, yo, you're fucking bugging.
You're my nigga.
See, that's the problem. Like, that be the fucking problem. Like, I'm like, yo, you can't do this. You can't do this.
But why?
You know why? Because I'm not your nigga.
You
know why? Don't do that.
You act like my
You
nigga.
didn't even just speak to me when I came in this bitch. Now you gonna be trying to pull me.
Because don't disrespect me.
I wasn't disrespecting her. I was not. That's not disrespectful, man.
Dance around in front of me. Disrespecting me.
First of all, you wasn't there when it started. I don't even know
okay.
how you got here.
Yeah.
But
God
go
placed me
somewhere
here.
else in the fucking club.
No, I want to see what you're doing.
Man, listen. So, that shit happened, and I told her like, yo, you're bugging. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're tripping. I'm trying to tell her friends like, yo,
Get
come
your
on,
friend.
y'all. Yeah, like come on, man.
You too cool for me.
What else I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I get it.
There's nothing I could do about the situation, but try to tell y'all to like diffuse this shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I just kind of did my thing that night, and when I left, I was the only driver all the time, so I got to take everybody home.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm smacked. I just go in the crib. So the next morning, my man called me like, yo, could you run me to the store so we could grab these J's or whatever? I'm like, all right, I'm getting up. Now, you know how, like, when you drink, sometimes you're not over drunk, and the next morning you still feel like you a little lit and shit. Mm-hmm. So I come out. Now, mind you, I had parked my car. I was staying with my mom at the time, so I parked my shit all the way in the driveway. Mm-hmm. My mom was parked in the driveway, so if two cars parked in the back of the driveway, you couldn't see the one car like passing the house type shit. You had to actually go into the yard to see that the car was back there. So I leave out. When I get in the yard, I'm like, damn, my shit look low as hell. I ain't thinking nothing of it because I'm like, I'm smacked still. Like I'm like, whatever. I pull up to the first joint, I got a flat. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking hard as hell. Like, did I hit something last night? Like, I mean, whatever. Boom, I come, like, now I'm on the side of the car, and I see that the front joint flat, too. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm tripping. So now I just so happen to come around to the other side, both joints flat on the other side. The motherfuckers put me on 4 flats in the fucking driveway. So now I'm like, hell no. There's no way I ran some shit over that gave me 4 fucking flats.
Right.
Dog. Like, there's no way possible. So now I get to checking the tires on my mom's shit because I'm
screaming.
like, what the fuck is going on here, man? I get to calling everybody. I'm going down the list.
Not down the list.
Swear to God. You came over here last night?
And why would they say that?
Man, up to your shit.
Nah.
You was tough enough to do it when I was drunk, sleep.
You got caught lacking. And if you don't know what happened, you don't know what happened.
Well, I found out. She ended up telling me. And she paid to get my shit fixed and all that. Like, I went to the motherfucking house. I'm knocking on the door. Somebody
would
about
have
to
to
fix
figure
this
it out.
shit. I got to work tomorrow and all that. How the fuck I'm about to...
Figure it out.
Yo. So now I'm like, I can't deal with you. Like, you doing shit like this. Like,
yeah.
I can't... Like, I don't like crazy. Like, niggas be thrilled off of that shit. Like, it's a turn on. Like, I don't like that shit, man. No. I got shit to lose. I can't be having motherfuckers just... And shit costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Who the fuck about to just be buying four tires? Like, I can't even get this motherfucker... Put this bitch on a jack, go take the tire off and go get it replaced. Like, you got to get a tow.
Yeah.
Take that motherfucker. Like, man.
Yeah.
So... I'm like, all right, we can't deal. Like, you bugging. Like, you doing all this. And then I hated it because, like, when I talked to her about the shit, she, like, when her and her friends got there, she, like, froze up type shit. Like, I don't want to do it. And they like, nah, hell no. We came all the way over here. We ain't.
Right.
So they put the battery in her back, but they ended up doing it for her type shit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, see, now that's, for me, like, that's OD. Like, I get you trying to ride for your friend and shit, but like, bro, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
It do. You hurt her feelings. And I gotta hear this shit all day.
All right. So
talking about how this nigga ain't shit.
Now I'm like, yeah, I ain't fucking around with you. Somehow Some time later, we link. Get the
I think it's
sneaking
you.
and freaking again. Maybe.
I think you the problem.
But then, like, she get the wilding again.
Yeah, you didn't learn your lesson.
And, like, it wasn't like, I forgot what the fuck, but I ain't feel like being bothered. So she called me on some, I'm drunk, I'm coming over. Nah. Yeah, it's okay.
No.
So now, like, she blowing me up. I'm like, bro, I hope she don't try to come over here and be on no weird shit.
Yeah.
I takes my car and go park the motherfucker around the corner. Because I'm like, shit, at least if she come over here and she don't see the car, I'm safe.
I'm crying.
The next morning, my mom like, yo, y'all should come to church or whatever. I'm like, fuck it, I ain't got shit to do. So I get dressed, I walk over to the car. As I'm walking up the street, my shit look low as hell. I'm like, nah.
You keep getting your shit slit?
Hell nah. So I get to my shit. This time, these motherfuckers bust my back window out, flatten all 4 tires.
Damn.
Broke one of my little side mirrors, all type of shit. So
I know your mom be fed up.
I'm on the car like, nah, I mean, nigga, what the fuck? Somebody on the top porch, that's your car?
I'm crying.
What happened? You live here, you tell me.
I'm dead.
So I call the police and shit. Police come, I'm trying to, shit, bitch, you going down.
I'm crying.
So it was like some blood on the side of the car, cause like they used like a wine cooler bottle to bust the window and shit. So like they must have cut their hand on the shit or whatever. So it was like some blood on the side of the car. So I'm telling the officer like, yo, there's blood on the side of this motherfucker. You can find out who did this shit. She said, man.
Somebody doing all this? This ain't no TV show, nigga.
She said, do you not know we live in Buffalo, one of the top 10 cities of homicide? This ain't CSI.
At all.
If you ain't got them on camera, you ain't got no proof for nothing.
Right.
I'm like, man, look at these cars, these missed cars. This is all the proof you need right here. Nothing, man.
Damn.
I drove that
you
shit
the
back
feds.
to the crib. I ain't go, man, shit. Yo,
you is
the
jail. Feds.
Yeah, okay. Before I go to jail, you would go to jail.
Fed.
All right. I don't play that shit. If a female call the police on a nigga, no matter if he called too, your ass going down, bro. So before we even get into this game, bro, I'm going to just go ahead and make that call.
They still gonna take your ass. You cop calling motherfucker.
Yeah, call me what you want. I'm not playing that game.
I'm crying. No, that's good though, I guess. I don't really have any wild stories. Like, not like that. Your shit's always top mind. I don't be having nothing good. I think like.
I think she be withholding information.
What's
though.
considered wild? It don't be no wild stuff going on. I talked about the wildest thing before. I'm a princess. I was always a princess. Niggas just fuck up and then they gotta get left in the dust, so it don't be nothing. It don't be nothing. It don't be. I'm really trying to think really hard. I think it was one time we was at a party. I don't know exactly what happened. I just remember I always called JoJo my brother, like since him and Aisha was together. And I called him because I wanted him to fight him. Like I wanted him to come up there and fight him. So he ended up coming up there, but when he got there, he was gone already. So scary ass nigga. That was one thing. I can't remember the details though. It was so long ago. I was in high school still, so that was like one thing. I never really had nobody do no crazy shit. Nobody come to my mom's house. Nobody do none of that. Like, I don't have nothing wild. Sorry. Boring. I've got nothing. Niggas really don't be wilding too much. Like I said, the one that I talked about last night probably was the wildest thing. I think another thing, niggas be so narcissistic, it's crazy, or like just the whole double life thing. When I first moved I first moved to Collegiate Village. The dude that I was with, he was already living over there. And he must have had some stuff going on already that was over there. And coincidentally, they put me in the same building as the person he had shit going on with. So when I moved in, I had 2 black roommates and I had a white roommate, and I never forget it. It probably was the week I moved in, or a, I don't know, maybe the same day, a couple days later, I don't know. But the girl lived upstairs from us, so they found out who my boyfriend was, and it was like looking crazy. Like, wait, hold on, how does her boyfriend and he fuck with the person upstairs? Nah, I still don't got no clue.
So they was already living there.
They was already living there. I had just moved in. Yeah, so it was like a 4-person suite or whatever, and then they had a vacancy, and I ended up getting put in that apartment or whatever. And like I said, it was people living upstairs already. So I learned something new when I got there. Like, oh, he been talking to such and such upstairs. So I'm like, okay. He was over there, and I pressed him about it, and I'm like, they said you talked to the girl that live upstairs. Of course, niggas, I don't talk to nobody. I'm like, well, let's go see. So we all went upstairs. Now they think this is just a fucking reality show. Like, oh shit, like we just got a new roommate and some shit already. So we all go upstairs, and I'm like, you talked to him? And she like, yeah, he never told me he had a girlfriend or nothing. I'm like, oh, so you don't got a girlfriend? He just in her face denying, like, I don't, like, me and you don't even talk to each other like that. This is my girl, like really just playing this bitch in her face. Like, if I was her, I'd have been pissed. She started crying. Like, she was like,
you left
distraught.
With him,
what do you mean?
You left with him.
Did I leave with him?
Yeah.
Like, I lived downstairs.
Y'all was still together.
Yeah. This was like in the beginning of the relationship. Shit, I need to see how you going, how you moving. So he said he don't talk to her. So
that was cool.
Yeah, that's what it was at the moment. Cause I ain't about to look like the fool. So that was that. We had our conversations after that, and I was able to get to the bottom of what was what. They was talking at some point. But shit, what I'm gonna do? This was supposedly prior to me, so that was the whole situation. But like that probably was one of the craziest things too. And I'm just like, damn, I would hate to be her. Like I would have hated to be her, because the way he just was like acting like you wasn't nothing. And I know you probably was. Like I know y'all probably was like really on some shit, and he just really just, that was my nigga. At the time, she could have kept him, cause yeah, but I think that probably was one of the wildest things. That nigga had shit going on. I went for a lot in that relationship. That relationship actually taught me the most, I think, out of all my relationships. Like, don't date niggas from out of town. None of that shit. Like, niggas really be living double lives. It's really sad. It really is. I think that probably was the wildest one, though. I do have another question for you, though. How do you feel about family that's still cool with exes? Still want to be?
See, that shit tough, because it's like you built these relationships. It's kind of hard to just,
yeah, but like, what if I'm over for Thanksgiving and then your mama invite your ex over too, because they just still so cool, buddy.
Oh, so you saying like, I'm thinking you saying like you being cool with an ex's family. Same shit.
Oh, that's the same thing, yeah.
So that make it very like situational right there. But nah, SK don't play like that, so I ain't.
I'm crying.
I ain't.
I feel like most guys' moms don't do that. Guys' moms is weird. I wonder what kind of mom I'm gonna be for my son. Like, y'all moms just be
what?
Like, you bring such and such home, they be cool.
See, my mom
and
never
then
like.
once you done with her, you bring such and such cool. Now y'all cool again. Like, my mom
I never
used to be like, I don't like him, or
to my mom, because it was short lived. Mm-hmm. If I felt like we was dealing and chilling for a minute, then you probably meet her in passing type shit. But like, she never been a type to like get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Oh, nah, she wasn't on no shit like that. So like, it's different. It's different.
That's good.
My mom, she just not with the bullshit. So
I'm crying.
yeah.
I don't know.
She
She's
don't
so
entertain
nice.
shit. Like, I mean, she don't have no choice.
She could be
Yeah,
mean.
no, she could be mean, but like, come on, you're not about to be. This was my wife.
Yeah, like I don't get, not with me, but I'm just saying like it be some moms that
She
be.
just be on phase. Like, I'm not interested.
I'm crying.
Like, I wasn't like serious with nobody really. So like, it was just never really no point. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna have another motherfucker over here in no time. Like, no.
Yeah. Just hey,
I
honey,
just
go about her
for
day.
me, like, I never really like. We had to like really be kicking it for me to even be having you around my family and shit because I don't like temporary shit. Like, I don't want motherfuckers to feel like, oh, what happened to such and such? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can't stand a motherfucker that bring a new nigga to every holiday. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I be telling, like, no, don't invite me over to your people's shit. Like, I'm not even gonna be here for the next holiday.
Yeah,
like,
well, was she planning for you to be here? You
nah,
saw
they
you
don't
ain't gonna
be
be
planning
there.
for that shit.
Yes,
they don't
do.
be planning for that shit. They just trying to look good for the holiday
I'm
because they know
crying.
they aunt. Like, oh, you single again? You don't got nobody?
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm renting you. I'm crying.
that shit get messy. That shit get messy. Nah.
No. I'm crying. Have you ever had a ex like swipe up on Snap, saying little shit, or like DM you, or try to pull that card like, oh, I miss you type shit, like
You mean like lately?
just since we've been in a relationship?
Oh no, hell no.
No,
Nah. See, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I
you don't
just
be her eyes in your shit. No, nothing.
Nah. I might get a emoji every once in a blue, like blue, but nah.
Never
I barely
had.
get likes around this motherfucker
I'm
now.
crying.
Like, I post me, I don't get shit. I post us, that shit go crazy. I barely get shit around this motherfucker now. I'm not gonna lie. When we first started dating, I thought it would be a lot of that, like when we like first got official type shit. But no,
No.
nah. But I tell you what though, I was kind of looking forward to it just for the power of rejection. Like,
I'm
it
crying.
feels good to be able to tell motherfuckers no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I be seeing joints, like people that I don't know, like maybe like working events with the photo booth or whatever, and somebody say some shit, slick shit, like, oh, he cute, I'm married. I was telling motherfuckers I was married before we was married. Like when we first was
They don't
engaged
care
and
about
shit.
that.
Yeah, but that's enough for me. That's the end of the conversation.
So you think?
No, I don't have to talk to you.
I'm crying. You have to be nice at work.
Man. Get your ass on this booth and get the fuck on.
I'm crying. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
No.
What about you? I know niggas be in your inbox.
I get hard eyes and stuff. I don't ever get people that be like, oh, I wish it would have worked out. Like, nobody go that far.
But niggas be in that inbox trying to holler and shit.
Holla is crazy. You just dragged it.
What?
I said I'd be getting hard eyes. I didn't say I'd be getting hollered at.
Niggas don't be trying to shoot they shot.
We talking about exes.
I'm talking about niggas, period.
Now you on different topics. Like,
Yes or no?
no, not trying to shoot they shot. No.
Just sitting at hard eye.
Just be compliment. Say I look good. Stuff like that. That's it. Y'all be trying to get with me?
I told you, I think she be withholding information.
Wow. See, when I tell the information, it's hard to believe. And then when I don't tell the information, now I'm withholding information. I don't know what to do, y'all. If y'all got any advice for me, just let me know what I should be doing to convince
But
you.
the exes be sending you hella hard eyes?
I've had exes send me hard eyes, yeah. You want to fight them niggas? I'm crying.
I don't fight, bro.
What you do? I'm crying. Yeah, that's what's wrong with 2025. People don't know how to fight no more. Like,
I could.
you hit hard as hell. Yeah. Yeah.
Be cool, man. Be
I'm
cool.
crying. That's a mess. Well, it looks like, exes is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing? Like, it's not is it a deal breaker? What is it?
I think it all boiled down to respect.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you have respect for your partner, you keep shit. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We don't even gotta. Certain shit should not even require a conversation of like how far I can go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because why do you even have to ask me that? Out of respect.
I feel like you could say that, but I feel like you can't say that because why not? That's the point of communicating and having a conversation.
So my thing is,
because what might be wrong for you might not be wrong for the next person.
right. Excuse me.
You tired as hell.
My thing is, if you didn't lead with this, like in the beginning, listen, I used to deal with this person. We still cool, just so you know.
It don't be always coming up like that though.
So when the fuck is it gonna come up? 10 years later, and now?
No, not 10 years later, but like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
if you say like you didn't know, and we went out and we went to the club, and me and my ex was talking or whatever like that, and then you asked me like, oh, who was that? Who was this dude or whatever that you was talking to, or y'all was interacting or whatever, and you'd be like, oh, this is such and such. Like now it came up, not just, oh,
but
we're
see,
new
like,
to a relationship. Let me tell you something.
I feel like in an instance like that, you gon' that's what you gonna give me. Oh, this is such and such. Like, first of all, 9 times out of 10, a motherfucker not gonna say that was my ex. That's such and such. And then just try to leave it at that. Not give the details of the situation, like, oh, that was my ex. We dated back in this time. We just, still cordial or whatever. But wait till it become a problem, and then now you want to explain the situation. No, we just still cool. Instead of just letting it be known, like, so you told me when it happened, when we was out, oh, this was just such and such. And then now later on down the line, the nigga done popped up again some way, somehow, and now I'm like, oh, I see you was talking to such and such again. Like, and you trying to downplay the shit on some, we just cool.
Right.
There ain't nobody. Whole time I don't know that y'all used to fuck around, that y'all used to date type shit. And now it's like, why you feel like you didn't have to say that? Like, you didn't want to share that information? Did you think that was going to make me feel some type of way? Or you were trying to avoid, but
it might have.
like, why not just put it out there and then now we can see how it go from there? Like, I don't know. I be feeling like people wait until a problem arises to try to, no, this is what it is, when that could be prevented by just putting that out there in the beginning.
I think that's what it is. Like, they either don't say it because they don't want it to become a problem, or they just wait. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, type situation.
But and that's the part to me that make the shit weird. Like, why you had to, like, it's like you sneaking.
I mean, I can see how that would make the other person feel. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's respect.
Yeah.
And then see now I'm tripping because I feel like you was hiding something. And the whole time all I was looking for is just some respect for you to let me know. Know what I mean? Like, that y'all used to have something more serious than just we cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I could be overthinking it, but I don't think I am. I get it. I don't be trusting shit. So
you gotta work on them trust issues. Then
it's not a trust issue thing. Like, for me, it's just I don't trust, like, certain situations. Like, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Where it be a lot more than what motherfuckers leading it on to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, you told me that this was just this, but clearly
that's a trust issue.
I mean, I'm saying, like, never mind. You're not
I
understanding.
get what you're saying, but it's still a form of a trust issue because you've seen it happen before, so it alters the way you trust certain situations because you've seen it happen before. That's a trust issue.
Not saying that. Okay, all right, we'll just leave it at that.
I'm crying. Agree to disagree.
Because I mean, I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying. That's cool. We could just.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm crying. So what's the takeaway for tonight? What advice would you give people that are in relationships about conversing about exes?
Keep it cool all the way around. Just keep it cool, man.
We're conversing with each other regarding exes, like just
share that shit. If it ain't nothing to hide, share that shit, man. Yeah. Man, I be telling her about y'all bitches, man.
Yo. Oh God. I'm about to censor this part. I'm crying, man. He definitely be telling me, and we definitely be laughing, but it was funny. It'd be funny. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap up episode 4. I know it was a little late. Better late than never. But like we always say, make sure if y'all have any questions or if y'all have any topics or y'all want any advice about anything, make sure y'all email us at Hogue podcast at gmail.com. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at A Whole Lot of Love Podcast. You can find me at It's J Niera.
TMH_X2.
Finally, yes. Took 4 episodes for him to get it right. Until next time, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Bye.